I know, I know exactly what you are thinking. Who am I, of all people, to tell you how to live your life? Who am I, some schmuck on YouTube, to tell you that your New Year's resolutions suck? It's pretty arrogant for me to say something like that, isn't it? Well, I want you to hear me out because if I explain myself a bit better, I think you may actually agree with some of the things that I have to say. Now, let me be real about something. Your New Year's resolutions suck. They really do. And they suck because you never follow through with them. Now, some of you may have known that already, but if you don't know the answer to this phenomenon, then I think you should stick to this video because I got a lot of explaining to do here. I may have a theory, and I think the answer may actually be right in front of us. We just gotta dig a little deeper. Let's think about this for a second. What usually happens during the New Year's is that a lot of people fall into this New Year's resolutions bandwagon. They get really excited and think about all these goals they have. They think they'll lose weight, start that business they finally wanted, etc. So when the new year finally comes, these people go for it. They go to the gym to try to lose that weight. They start their business. But what happens after that? I'm sure all of you know the answer because we've all been there. You set a New Year's resolution and you're super pumped for it. But about a month later, you end up completely ditching whatever resolution that you had. Why is that exactly? Why is it that whenever we set a New Year's goal, we end up never sticking to it, even if we're extremely motivated for it? I believe that the answer to that question may be based on our understanding on what it really means to be motivated. Now, I'm not saying there's something wrong with being motivated. Motivation is great. Motivation can be used to take just the right amount of action you need in order to improve your life. But unfortunately, that's the only thing motivation can do. I think what happens is that most people rely on this idea of being motivated and think that they can improve their lives just by being motivated. However, that's not actually the case. If you're super motivated but not taking any actions to improve your life, then what are you really doing? Say you have a New Year's resolutions to lose weight and you're really excited about the idea of losing weight, but you actually don't go to the gym to try to lose weight, then you're not really following up with your New Year's resolution. What am I really trying to say here? Basically, that motivation isn't something that will get you very far. That's why most people only stick to their New Year's resolutions for a week or even a month max. So what would be a good alternative to having a New Year's resolution? Well, you're lucky because I actually have a few things in mind. Firstly, I'm not saying not to stick to your goals or anything. I just mean that the idea of using the new year to become a better version of yourself is completely absurd. You shouldn't use the new year to become a new and improved version of yourself. Instead, the goal should be to always improve yourself. We as people should always find a way to better ourselves rather than relying on the idea of a new year to do so. That being said, I think we as people should do more goal setting and focus on attaining goals that are actually realistic rather than picking an unrealistic amount of goals on one particular day of the year. What you should do instead is focus on the small things. Think about how you're actually going to get to your goals. Think of a plan and how you're going to do it, and then go and actually do it. Do that. In order to really follow through with our goals, it is very important to have discipline. Motivation is great, but it can only do so much for you. Discipline is really what you need. Discipline is what gets you out of the bed even though you've had 3 hours of sleep and have a 12-hour work shift ahead. Discipline is what will get you to go to the gym consistently so you can lose that weight that you've always wanted to, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is a very important life skill to have. It's a common trait amongst the most successful of people. And if you don't have it, then there is a high probability that you procrastinate a lot. Motivation won't get you far, but discipline will take you places that you have never imagined. That is about it for this video. This is my first actual full-length video for 2022. Happy 2022, everyone. I hope you guys had an amazing new year. I'm really excited for this year for some reason. I feel like there are lots of good things to come for me, but also for you guys and for everybody. I really wanted to make this video for quite some time. This is a thought that I've always had, that this idea of new year, new me is kind of BS. And I feel like you shouldn't use the new year as an opportunity to improve yourself. Rather, the goal should always be to improve yourself. I just believe that there's some mindset shifts that we as people need to do in order to start attaining more of our. I think there's a mindset shift that we as people need to do so that we can start attaining more of our goals. And I'm certainly speaking to myself. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about my video. Did you guys agree with what I have to say? Do you guys really think that this idea of New Year's resolutions is completely fake and that they don't really work? If you do so, if you agree with what I have to say, let me know down in the comments. But this is me signing off for this one. Peace.